What's going on, guys? Dayg here. Decided to bring you a deck profile today. I haven't done an update on my D hero / V hero deck, and I think it's close to 2 years now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So anyways, this is the deck profile for anyone that's new, and this is like the first time you're seeing this on the channel. I don't play any masked heroes in this build. This isn't super competitive. It can catch a lot of decks off guard, but D hero / V hero is pretty much my kind of play, whereas E heroes and masked heroes are more of Moke's play. So he'll do an update on that. But just for clarification, this does not have any masked heroes in it, just to get that out of the way there. So starting off with the deck, as usual, you start off with 3 Diamond Dude. Diamond Dude is super fun, especially if you're milling and you end up milling like a trade-in or a D-draw, and then you don't have to pay the cost and you're just drawing 2 and your opponent's like, God diggity. So 3 Diamond Dude, that's pretty much a staple in like every D-hero deck. I would go as far to say these are a staple as well. 2 Dogma, 2 Plasma. You can bump into 3. I just think 2 is a lot better, a lot more consistent. You're not going to really have it as dead draw anytime soon. Or as frequent, sorry. So I play those. Go into Destiny and Dragoon targets, like I said, for D-draw and trade-in. And also, if you get them out on the field, they're pretty much a big bitch for your opponent to get around. Moving on to E-Heroes, and because my boy Stratos is banned, I play the alternate Stratos, really, which is 2 Blazeman, 2 Shadow Mist. I think any E-Hero deck should play something along the lines. I mean, you could go 3 Blazeman, 3 Shadow Mist, but for the most part, you're generally playing like 2 Blazeman, 3 Shadow Mist. But that's basically the Stratos option, or the Stratos alternative, because hashtag free my boy Stratos. Other E-Heroes are 2 Bubble Man. I've always had just 1 Bubble Man, but I bumped it up to 2, cleared some space out. Mainly it's for more app 0 targets, but also its effect isn't too bad. Also, it's a hero lives target, and it's an e-call target. So that was one thing that I was kind of lacking, is more E-Heroes for that. Mind you, I do have like the Shadow Mist and the Blazeman, but most of the time, you're not really going to want to draw Shadow Mist too much. So, yeah, that's that. And to round it out is Prisma as well. So Prisma is good for going into Destiny and Dragoon if you don't have like a Dogma or a Plasma. It just basically becomes the other, and then you go into Destiny and Dragoon, and then your opponent basically has to waste resources and get rid of that guy, because that guy is a monster. 2 tech cards. Was really 1, but I play 2 copies of it. Is Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk really helps, for the dead draw spell cards. If you happen to have both your Plasma and your Dogma in the graveyard, and you're drawing into trade-ins, because it can happen, at least Summoner Monk can get rid of that. You special summon a hero. Mainly, you're going to be wanting special summoning either a Diamond Dude, a Blazeman, or a Shadow Mist. And you can get like quick Xyz plays and stuff like that, obviously after you use the hero's effect. So Summoner Monk is actually really good. Then moving on to the spell cards, the big engine here, this is really the engine of the deck. So play the 3 D-Draw, obviously 3 Trade-In. I play 2 E-Call, and 1 Rhoda, and 2 A Hero Lives. So that's a huge engine. That's a large portion of the deck, and even a large portion of the spell card lineup, spell / trap card lineup. Obviously, you're going to want to mill A Hero Lives, D-Draw, and Trade-In all with Diamond Dude, because then you don't have to pay any of the cost. And even if you get rid of like E-Call or Rhoda with a Diamond Dude mill, at least that's out of your way from drawing and stuff like that. So you can plus hard off of this a lot, and it generally happens. Because, I mean, look how many cards consist of that engine. Moving on to the fusion cards. So I play 3 Miracle Fusion. just to get those graveyard fusions off early. Go into a quick app 0, go into a shining was what you're going to really want to do, but it helps out a lot, especially if you can do polymerization. If you can go polymerization and miracle fusion, bring out two fusions, like you can go into an app 0 and then go into a shining, like that's unreal. So another card I brought into it was Fusion Conscription. I just thought I'd try it out. It's been working pretty well so far. The only problem I had with it is the ability not to normal or special summon or really do anything with the monster that you bring to your hand. But you're going to be doing it for either Plasma or Dogma anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Moving on is Soul Charge. Soul Charge helps out as well, especially if you can mill it. It just saves you from drawing it and stuff like that and then having to activate it, and then you could have drawn something that helps out a little bit more. I also play 2 MST. Some people might be a little confused that I don't play Twin Twister. I was going to play Twin Twister, but because pendulums aren't the main focus, I feel, right now in the meta. I mean, PP is still a thing, but for the most part, pendulum decks, unless of course you're playing like Ignites or something like that, pendulums really aren't the main topic of the meta right now. It's more Cosmo, Monarch. So the other reason why I don't play Twin Twisters is because you generally don't want to be discarding your stuff too much. Like, it's just very situational. I think MST works out perfectly fine, and for the most part, like the hero matchups, they don't really last that long where you're relying on like a Twin Twister to solve problems for you. So you can always sub out Twin Twisters, but Galaxy Cyclones would be what you want because they're a normal spell card. So if you mill that with Diamond Dude, it's the nuts. So that's generally what you want. And then to finish it off, I play the one Raigeki because Raigeki is just too damn good. So that is the entire deck. I'll move into the extra deck. I don't really have a side deck for you guys because the side deck, I feel like it changes so much. So I would say whatever your personal preference is that you want to add, you can always do that. This deck is really flexible with side deck cards. So I think if anything, Twin Twisters, Galaxy Cyclones would be the 2 things that you'd add. Maybe like Pots of Duality because they're great for Diamond Dude. Or Royal Decrees is what I used to have, but entirely up to you guys. So moving on to the extra deck, kick it off with Vision Hero, Adoration, and Trinity. So the deck really centralizes, the extra deck really centralizes around these guys. Trinity is great, especially just going Trinity and then bumping them up to 5,000, then triple attack. It's fantastic. You can't attack directly, but with decks that swarm the field a lot, and if they're in attack position, if they have no back row, it's unreal. So I played those 2. The one Destiny and Dragoon, I did have 2 at one point, but 1 is perfectly fine. It's an ass to deal with. So onto E-Hero Fusions, I play 2 App 0. App 0 is a big problem solver. And then I play the 1 Shining, 1 Nova Master, and 1 Scary Dow. So you can always do that. You can always go into those guys as well. Also, I left out a spell card, but you'll figure out what it is. So I have the Norden. I left out Instant Fusion over here, but I do play Instant Fusion as well, sorry, and that's for Norden. Moving on to Xyz, because I do play an Xyz lineup as well. I have the Excalibur. I have the Cowboy, Diamond Crab King, Castel, Dark Rebellion, and Abyss Dweller. Those are just really, in my opinion, the better rank 4s that are out right now for this deck. And yeah, pretty much the Xyz lineup is also a large personal preference option as well. So that's pretty much the deck, guys. Nothing too much has changed. Maybe the extra deck, the main deck, just a little bit. But that's it. I would recommend playing it, especially if you're looking for something that's fun, super fast, super consistent, and it's definitely something that can catch your opponents off guard with. But that's it. Take care, guys. See ya.